Good morning, everyone. So, today I just thought to share with you some very interesting and important thing, or we can say some interesting topic. And the topic is about the art of storytelling. Are you all interested to know what is art of storytelling and why it is important? Storytelling is important in all aspects of life, in leadership, in public speaking, in business, in relationships. Yes, it is. When you are telling a story, you have to be very much careful about, the structure of the story, how many emotions you are involving in the story, how you are delivering, the way of presenting the story. It is very important. So, just want to share what I think is storytelling and why it is important. So, is storytelling important? Yes, it's an art. It is definitely very much important. It's a way of communicating ideas, communicating your emotions and lessons. All the leaders use it, teachers use it. In today's time, entrepreneurs are using, parents are using, anyone and everyone who want to influence their people, their audience, they are using storytelling. Have you noticed that if you just straightforward tell your child or your any of your audience that you should do this, you should not do this, we should do like this. So like straightforward giving instructions, nobody likes it. Nobody cares about it. And the moment you start telling a story with impression, with expression, with correct way of delivery, people do listen to what you are saying. They love listening to the stories. Straightforward, just telling these are the facts, these are the figures, these are the rules, everyone forgets. Yes? So, when you are telling, when you are speaking, your audience should feel the message. It's not they just hear it, they should feel it. And if they feel it, they will always remember what you said. Researchers say, studies says that stories connect with human brain. What happened when you tell a story? The facts, the whole visualization of the story that you are telling, they are processed in the logical part of the brain. The stories, they light up both your logical and emotional side, not only logical part, like both emotional part also and logical part also. And that's the reason why the stories stick in the minds of people. So always just remember that numbers, they make us think, and stories, they make us remember. There are hundreds of stories. Okay, tell me one question. Last time, when somebody instruct you something, okay, told you some facts and figures, how many of you remember this? On the other hand, on the contrary, if somebody has told you an impressive story, don't you remember it for a longer time? Yes, definitely. We all do. Okay, so I'm going to tell you quickly some key steps that how you can make your storytelling very attractive and that people should listen it. So what you have to do, always begin with something that grabs the attention. It can be a question, a quote, a surprising fact, or even silence. Yes, silence can also attract attention of the people. Yeah, so it is called hook. If you start your story with a hook, it will pull people in. Then give some background, like tell the time, the place, tell a little bit about characters. So, all these things make people see the picture. I'm sure you are getting what I'm trying to say. So, you have to be specific. If you become specific, people feel engaged. Now, what happened in a story? Everyone needs a problem because it is said that without tension, there is no attention. So now in movies, the hero, they always struggle first and then they win. The villain came and there is fighting and then the hero wins. Exactly. Even in a business story, you can use amazing uh, examples. Like you can say, our sales were dropping and the morale was low, and just show some silence. And the audience then really want to know what happened next. And then here you come that you will explain that how things changed. You can introduce the solution. You can give the breakthrough moment. How you can just say that we applied this, we applied that. Along with this story, a person was sick, the machines were not working. So there are hundreds of ways that you can tell. So how, suppose you can definitely relate it to the time in your school that happened. Suppose, uh, let me try it. When I was in school, I once forgot my lines on stage and I ran away crying. So my teacher told me that every speaker fails, definitely fails once before they shine. So that line stayed with me. Years later, I gave speech and I won the Best Speaker Award. And so it was clear, and I understood that one failure or any number of failures cannot let you down. Fine. So for story, find a hook, find a conflict, find a turning point, and yes, there should be a powerful ending. I remember one of my student, he told me that at his office, he once gave a dull presentation, and like there were too many slides also in the presentation and nobody listened. After some time, he started using short stories, like how a small mistake cost a big client. And then suddenly everyone got alert. So, what do we learn from this? That stories speak louder than statistics. Let me tell you a secret ingredient of the story. What's that? That is emotion, that is feeling. Because when you are telling facts, facts inform, they tell. But stories sell. So, my dear friends, always remember the storytelling is so powerful. And in movies, in advertisements, what are they doing? They are all telling stories only. So, stories inspire, stories connect, stories transform. And that's why we say that the world belongs to those who can tell their stories well. How did you like it? You want to learn more about storytelling? Then you can message me directly. And wonderful it was. Okay, are you interested listening to a story? I want to tell you this story, the story named The Broken Piano. Just recently, I've shared this story with many of my different types of audience, and they all loved it. So the story goes like this: that once in the state of Maharashtra, there was this government school. It was assembly time, and suddenly very big box, arrived on the stage. All the students, they were curious to know what is inside the box, and they were all excited to see. And like two, three teachers or helpers, they came and they started opening the box. Students, they were like, trying to see what is there inside. And what came out? They came out a piano. But it was not a normal piano. Many of the keys of the piano were broken. Yes, it was called a broken piano. Most of the children, like all of the children except one or two, they all got disappointed. Oh my God, a broken piano? What we are going to do with it? It's of no use. It's all vain. Why somebody sent a broken piano? But yes, it is a true story. Yes. But the music teacher, he was really happy that finally he got some good instrument to teach his students. And there was a boy named Arjun, and he was truly excited. wow, a piano, finally. My dream of playing piano will be fulfilled now. All other children, they said, no, we have no interest in learning piano. And on this broken piano, no, we have no interest. So Arjun said, sir, will you teach me? Sir said, will you learn on this broken piano? They said, yes. So whatever keys were working, they both started practicing with that. In few days, little bit of musical sound started coming from piano. And the teacher was happy. Arjun was happy. In a practice of few months, they started playing really good music from the piano, and it became the charm of the assembly. Because the assemblies who were musicless now, Arjun has started playing piano in the assembly. And fortunately, there was this function, and the mayor of the city, whose part that village was invited as a guest in government schools. These people, they keep coming as chief guests. He observed, he listened to how Arjun was playing, and he was surprised to see that he was playing on this broken piano, and that too so musically. So he called Arjun, he asked about his interest, his passion, and how good he was doing on piano. And then Arjun told that his dream of playing piano is fulfilled now. So the mayor asked that, don't you feel hesitant that you are playing a broken piano? Why didn't you wait for the best piano? Maybe in some time, a good piano might have arrived. So Arjun said, sir, if I would have waited for the perfect piano, I would have never learned and have done what I have done now. And the mayor announced a big, truly big scholarship for first a national college and then an international college. And Arjun became one of the best pianists. That's the story, my dear friends. How many of you like the story? Please tell me in the comment. And would you like to listen more stories from me? And did you like this, the session which I've shared with you, the art of storytelling? So tell me more about it. Thank you for listening me.